Okay everyone, so I've got 5 of these little oak trees. One which I've done a bit more work on and put in a little bonsai pot and experimented with some wire. And then the other 4 there, just in big plant pots. So I want to prune them today, and I want to prune them back relatively severely, but not too severe. I still want to keep them growing, get them bigger. But some of them have got some problems which I want to sort out now. And so I just want to have a look at each one real quickly. Hopefully it'll be a short-ish video. So stay tuned and I'll make a start. So I'm going to start with the only one which I've actually bonsaied, put in a bonsai pot. Now, I'm not really sure where I want to go with this tree. We did the video on this one where I put this bend in it. It was quite a bit more of a severe bend, but it's gradually sort of straightening itself out. It's got a relatively nice trunk. We have got a low branch, which is good because I'm leaving that one on just to grow. And we've got a long branch here which is starting to grow upwards. And we've had about 3 or 4 inches growth this year, I would say. So not a huge amount, but then it is restricted in this little pot. So I've got to decide what I want to do with this. And I think I want to cut it back a bit more severely. The trunk's alright. I mean, I'm going to keep it growing back up this way, so this branch here is going to be the leader. I'm going to leave that alone pretty much. I'll probably just cut the tip off and leave that pointing up bit to keep growing. And then I've got 2 branches coming from the same spot there. One which has got a bit of wire on it, and then a new one which is grown in the middle. And we've got this branch here which I've wired. I'll probably take the wire off. It's not digging in yet, but I want to just give it a prune, and I might need to cut that branch off, so get all the wire out of the way and then decide what I'm going to do with it. Right, so I've just got the last bit of wire off. I keep hold of my wire and reuse it. I've actually run out of wire at the moment, so I'm going to start pruning it now, and I want to be a bit more severe than I normally am, because I really want to get the main sort of structure sorted. It's a bit all over the place at the moment, and I don't think I want this branch that's coming around the back here. It's really long and it kind of just goes around there, so I'm going to cut it right back. Probably, just let me have a think. I'll start off at the top, and I'm going to take that bit off and leave that bit to grow upwards. These leaves are kind of just falling off, they're kind of getting in the way. And I've got 4 branches all growing from that tip. Not sure what to do there. No, I think I'm just going to keep one of them. And this one here I'm going to keep. So I'm going to cut it back. I've got a nice little off branch there. And I'm going to get rid of this one in the middle. This is all new. That's just a new bit from this year. And that branch we could use at some point, possibly. Right, this one I'm going to cut back as well. I'm going to keep a bit of it for now. I'm just going to take it back to there. Gets it out of the way. And this branch I'm also going to cut back a bit. I'm just going to leave the 3 prongs, take it back to bud. You can see there's loads of buds back here. And I want it to back bud all down there so I can choose more branches. What we'll do is tip this branch. Got like a little tiny branch there. And I'll probably leave that, that can be the main leader. So there's not much else I can do with that at the moment. I'm just thinking whether I actually want it to be bent around like that, but then that's the style I've gone for, so might as well try and carry it on. I could just cut it off here and make that a new leader and then grow loads of new branches, but then it'd be really small, and I kind of like bigger bonsai. So that'll be that one done for now, and then I'll move on to the next one. Give you a closer look at that one. That's what we took off. That's what we're left with. And now I'm going to move on to the next one. One of them ones. And I'm going to try and do them a bit quicker. Just come back. So I'm going to start the next one now. That's this one. Quite an interesting tree. Really quite a bit of movement in the trunk there. It's got a nice bend right at the bottom, and then it's got this other branch. So it's like a twin trunk. At the moment this branch is wanting to grow back into the main tree, so I don't want it to do that. We have got buds further back, all the way up to here, and I've got a branch growing out this way, so I'll take it off there for now, and then that branch will carry on growing outwards and getting stronger, and then I can decide when I come to prune it again and repot it what I want to do. And then I've got the next one splits off into two, and then they just basically go straight up. So I'm going to cut them both right back. Got a nice bud down here, so I can cut that one back quite far. I always leave a nice little stub, sort of at least half a centimetre or so, just so that it dies back a bit, doesn't go past that bud. And then this branch goes up and then splits, so it splits quite far up, so I could take it all the way back, but I think I'll keep the split and go to about there on that one, and there on that one. I'm just looking for where the buds are facing and then cutting it back so that branch carries on growing the way I want it to. The direction the bud faces is basically where the next branch that comes out will grow. So that's all I'll do with that one for now. I'll have a look at the roots quickly, get it out. This was a salvaged one, I think. Don't think I grew this from seed. So it looks to be about 6 years old. I'll show you this one that we've bonsai'd is about 6 years old or more, a little bit more, grown from a seed. I know that's grown from seed. Some of these I dug up, and I did do a video on that as well. But essentially they're all grown from seed at the end of the day. It's whether you've dug them up somewhere or not. So plenty of roots in there, but it's not pot bound. So we could probably remove a bit of this surface soil now, see where the roots start, about 2 inches below the surface. So I could take a bit off, but I'm going to do that in the spring. I'm just pruning today. I always seem to get carried away and do other things, but I just want to get these prunes so I can get them back outside. So I'll move on to the next one now. This one I think was seed grown, because I haven't actually cut it back. When they were over there growing, they get cut back every few years, but the cut on this one's up here, so this is a seed grown one. And it's quite a nice little tree. It's got some nice little sort of pads developing. Big long shoot which grew this year. It's about 10 inches growth this year, this one's done. On that shoot anyway. So I'm going to have to cut that right back. I'll cut it off completely because I don't want it. And I'm just going to remove these little buds that are forming around the base of it. Get them out of the way now. and then it put all its energy into the remaining buds, because they'll all spring in the spring, they'll all burst all over the place up here. And I'll leave a little stub. Now I want to kind of keep these pads flattish, so I'm going to cut the branches back to downwards and outwards facing buds. I'm just going to take the end of that one off, leave that bud, do the same with that one, and that one, and get rid of that stumpy bit in the middle. Yeah. Got a bud at the bottom there, which I'm leaving that one to go to. So it just goes just cutting everything back, really. If nothing else, if you take the really sort of big buds off the tips like that, if I just went around and did that, that would probably be enough for this year. And then all the secondary buds will sprout instead of the main strong buds, and it should keep it more compact. Yeah, I've got this knobbly bit here and this branch here which I'm going to take off, I think. I'm not too worried about the cuts at the moment. I'll tidy them up once they've healed a bit. And I'm going to take the top back a bit more than that. About there. Hopefully you can see everything alright. So that's all I'll do on that one for now. So it's got the beginnings of a really nice little tree. Move on to the next one. This one needs the potting angle changed when I repot it, because it's taking up a bit more space because it's not straight. So I could do that in a minute quickly. Just take off some soil from one side and move it over to the other, straighten it up. But it needs prune anyway, so prune it first. Try and decide what to do with it. So it's got no branches down the bottom here. We've got quite a thick branch here, which we could actually cut it back to and redirect it as that as a leader. Or we could go to the next one. But we don't need 1, 2, 3 competing branches. Got a couple of thin branches here growing quite close to each other. And at the moment that branch is the tallest one, and that's come from down there. So it's a bit of an odd tree, a bit of a difficult one. I mean, you could make it like a windswept, everything's on that side and it's leaning that way. It probably actually is naturally windswept. That is definitely one which I've dug up, and it's not a seed grown one, so it's been cut back there to begin with, then there probably a few times. There's a cut there, so every year the mowers takes things back to about 6 to 12 inches, and it's just, if there's a tree there, it just gets chomped, which is quite good if you're looking to dig them up. I guess, because it gives the trunks all these interesting bends and stuff. But the tops are not really that important at the moment, so I could take it back quite severely, like even to use that as the leader. Just chop it off there. That probably would be fine, but I'm a bit scared to do that sort of thing. So what I'll probably do is not be quite severe and just hope that it survives and I can gradually cut it back rather than just go for it straight away. Doing that as well, it'll strengthen faster. Not sure what the roots are like in there. We'll take it out. It should be quite established there now. Been in there, growing in there the whole year. So there's definitely roots made it all the way down to the bottom. Got some mycelium in there. So again, I could scrape back more and investigate the roots, but that's a spring job, I think, because I will repot these as well. Right, so I've got to decide what I want to do now. I don't want these, all three of these branches here, so I'm just going to take out this middle one for now. And then these ones I'm going to cut back. Can't really see many. Oh, there's little buds on there. So I'll take that back to there. Take that one back to a. There's a little dead branch there I'll take off completely. And then I'll take this one back to a outward bud. Sort of outwards, downwards bud. Got a little branch there on this one. And then buds all along there, so I'll take that back to one of these buds here. It's not too important at the moment where I take it back to, as long as I don't just leave them to grow. That could eventually be the leader as well. We could repot it, change the angle, I don't know, wire that back upwards. So these ones I'm going to take right back as well. And I've kind of got 3 branches all there. And it's already making that bit swell up, so I need to do something. What I'll probably do is cut that middle one out. And that bit will die off and we can tidy that up more later. And then I'll just cut these ones back. Go to there because we've got a bud pointing up that way. And this branch, I'll take it back a bit more. And I'll leave it at that. Move on to the next one. We've got buds right down the bottom here as well, and a couple on the trunk, so I'll bring you in and show you them. We can let them grow next year. Right, so that's that one. So we've got buds down here, loads of them. They're just everywhere, so we could cut it back more severely and let one of them take over. But I don't want to do too many big cuts at once, so I'm going to leave it for now. That's the one we just did a minute ago. I really like that tree, that seems quite a nice shape. And the other one. So how many have we got left? Got one more to prune back there. So I'll stick it back on a tripod and we'll do the last one. Okay, so let's get the last one done. Well, we've still got a bit of light left. I have a feeling this was a seed grown one. It might not have been. We've got another little oak growing in there. It's actually coming off of the tree, I think. So this would have been a salvaged one. That's growing off the trunk from further down, so I've obviously buried it quite deep. So we'll leave that for now, in case there's more trunk and we can make that a really low branch, or a twin trunk or something. So this one's a bit odd. I'm not sure what to do, really. Splits up here, and then they both just go straight up and all the branches are at the end. So I want more branches further back, and there is plenty of buds. So I think I'm just going to take the tops of these off, cut that one right back. Got a little branch there, little branch there. Don't know what's up with this one, it seems a bit different than the other ones. I'm going to cut everything back and then I'll have a look at it and decide what I want to keep. Alright. Quite a difficult tree really, I guess. Now, I'm not very keen on anything that's going on up here, so we'll just chop it off and regrow stuff. These branches don't look too healthy. I'll show you. The camera will focus on it. Kind of look a bit shriveled up, so I think they're dying off anyway. And the bark looks a bit funny up here. One thing I'm going to do with this one is cut it back to these buds down here and get rid of all this growth at the top, and cut that one back. I'll just leave it like that and regrow everything next year. So you can see what I'm talking about on the bark. Kind of hasn't really got any bark, it's just kind of gone a bit funny up here. Anyway, so I'll bring you in and show you what we've done today. Have a tidy up. Alright, so I'll zoom you in and quickly show you the 5 little oaks that we've pruned today. And while I'm here, see if I think anything else wants cutting off. I'm still not sure about that one at the front. So if you've got any thoughts on that, let me know. I'm not sure if I want to just cut off that top bit and just let it regrow as a smaller tree for now. Don't know yet. Any ideas, let me know. The other ones I'm quite happy with for now. They've got a bit more structure. Well, that one I'm thinking I want to cut back more. I don't really like that branch there, it's too thick at the top. But it's okay for now, I can let it grow next year and think about it more. I'm going to try and repot these in the spring anyway, so if there's anything else that I want to prune then I can. I'll be taking off some roots and sorting them out as well probably, so it's always good to remove a bit of foliage when you remove some roots. Even things out. So that's them pruned up. That's what we took off today. This is where all my cuttings end up. So a few thicker ones. See if we can see any rings in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. That's about 4 years growth. Anyway, been a beautiful day today and nice evening. All the storms have gone now. I've just been in here today sorting out the greenhouse. I've rearranged my racks to, I did have them one on top of the other. I've put them this way so that I've got more height on them. And this is just everything that I'm keeping in the greenhouse over winter. Some of the fig trees and the orange trees. the wisteria, various other things. Hello Shiloh. Anyway guys, so thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. I've got some loads of other trees to prune and various work to do on them, but everything's coming along quite nicely this year. I'm always open to your thoughts on things, so feel free to leave a comment. Autumn's here now, all the leaves are coming off. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.